A new rocket designed to launch humans to the Moon, Mars and beyond will launch next year from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. On board will be a familiar fuzzy figure. SnoopyNASA uses stuffed animals on flights because when the little guys start to float, it indicates that the spacecraft has entered space's zero gravity. Since the toys are soft and light, they won't break anything or accidentally strike a button. The Artemis I mission is scheduled to circle the Moon and then return to Earth in February as a dry run without astronauts, making sure all systems are working for future crewed missions. Also aboard will be 2 Lego figurines, part of an educational series. The upcoming mission announcement coincides with the release Friday of the 2nd season of Snoopy in Space, the Emmy-nominated animated series on Apple TV+. Season 1 saw Snoopy become an astronaut and land on the Moon. Season 2 sees him go further in what showrunner Mark Staff calls an epic road trip.
We have taken a bit of a step further so that Snoopy is able to go to some of these places that we haven't been, like Mars or the moons of Jupiter or visiting an exoplanet, he says. And he does it through his imagination, but it's also based on actual science from NASA. Stephanie Betts, Chief Content Officer at media company WildBrain, said Season 1 was the perfect foundation. Snoopy became an astronaut and was able to go to space. Well, now what do you do with that? Well, let's go explore. Let's have that search for life. Back closer to home, the plush Snoopy's gravity monitoring task, it's officially called the Zero Gravity Indicator, will be far from the first stuffed toy used by astronauts. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, the first human in space, had a small doll when he launched on Vostok 1. Since then, an owl doll and an Angry Birds toy have been on the International Space Station. A plush R2-D2 was used as the talisman on a Soyuz mission in 2015, and a stuffed snowman Olaf from the movie Frozen has gone up. A plush Snoopy has also been on the space station. Snoopy has a long history with NASA, starting when the Apollo X astronauts Thomas Stafford, John Young and Gene Cernan chose Peanuts characters as nicknames. The command module was called Charlie Brown, and the lunar module was Snoopy. Someone had the idea of trying to bring more interest into the space program. By the time they got to Apollo 10, they felt that the program was going to become a little stale, said Craig Schultz, son of Peanuts creator Charles Schultz. For my dad, it was probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest honor, that could ever be bestowed upon his comic strip. Charles Schultz, for his part, drew strips with Snoopy walking on the lunar surface. I did it. I'm first beagle on the moon. I beat the Russians. I beat everybody. I even beat that stupid cat who lives next door, says Snoopy in one. NASA and Peanuts have frequently been interwoven. The space agency honors its best employees with the Silver Snoopy Award, and a Snoopy doll was aboard Boeing's CST-100 Starliner spacecraft in 2019. The plush 10-inch by 7-inch Snoopy that is being readied for the Artemis I mission was not the kind you'd find on a Target shelf. It's a one-of-a-kind work and painstakingly designed using only NASA-approved materials. Stress testing it is due in December. The spacesuit had to meet all the requirements and be of the same quality that the astronauts would be wearing, both in the materials and what got approved. So it was a months-long process of going back and forth as they considered all the materials used on the spacesuit, said Craig Schultz. In many ways, the reuniting of Snoopy and NASA in 2021 mirrors the way the two initially worked together to generate interest in space exploration. Space travel is almost become so normalized now, said Schultz. People's attention span is a little weak, for the most part. So when you inject some of that entertaining Snoopy, you're going to capture the audience.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.